and I know everything goes. But that's not
Yeah.
interesting for me to study with you. If you say, okay, everything goes, okay, that's good in its own right, but then there's no need that we have a conversation about that. But that's like a toddler is showing you a drawing. Look, it's always the best drawing. That's not how it works in my mind. So in the end, I find there is something that we need to have somehow the same set of rules in order to study together. It's not no necessity, but if we don't do it, yeah, what's the aim? Then we are
Yeah.
just throwing stuff in the air that does not have, or is this
Yeah.
something?
No, you're right. And it's true, like you said, like supporting each other. Because I really feel like a lot of people too are in such competition nowadays, but it really doesn't have to be because everybody's different.
Yeah, you see, and you have to always make this win-win situation.
Yeah. No, I like that.
No, no, and especially in regards of all that chatbot shit, chat
Yeah.
GPT, AI. You have to use it to have shortcuts and to make it our employee. But who in
Yeah.
his right mind would want to make? For me, it's a robot content. That's not human.
Yeah.
Whoever in his right mind would buy something like that. I don't want the painting from a robot. I want the
No.
painting for you where you somehow, yeah, in your
Yeah.
best way could make your best possible and does not have to be perfect drawing or painting or whatever. That's what has value for me, not what a robot has made.
Oh, yeah. No, I completely agree because I prefer like the such because you can tell when it comes from somebody's soul. You can like see like what they're trying to emotion, like that energetic thing, of it besides the, regular AI that doesn't make
Yeah.
sense.
Yeah, you have to rebel against it. And that's also an
Mm,
interesting position to take.
yes.
I
No, but
find.
it's so true though, too, because you're not getting I mean, there's just you could actually do a whole episode just on that even because you're not even when people look up the answer to something like because back in the day like with us there wasn't that we had to read books, we had to learn, we had to research, we had to form our own opinion and then put it back out in the world. Now people are just seeing what that says and going with it no matter what, not even fact checking.
And that's also the big weakness, huh? But we will have competition from that. We will
No,
have
yeah,
competition from that. But we have to,
yeah,
like in a slip course, if you like drifting through, you have to see where they come out. It's not on the side of the road because otherwise you will crash.
yes, no, it's true, yeah.
Yeah, and also with this black metal background, no, that's a strange thing. I'm not into black metal and all that. But as a concept, but it's somehow it's interesting, and we often talk about that. And he also makes the link with the Wild Hunt. That is something
Yeah, yeah,
inspired by that. Yeah. And then you have another door to kick in, and you have a great conversation. Huh? But there are a lot of
yeah.
people who like that music. Huh? Can
Oh
you
my gosh.
imagine?
Yeah, it's like a culture thing too. And like I can't remember what country it is, but they really like it's
Yeah, Norway, it was very big.
yes.
And they were
Yeah.
back then in the 19s, and they were like burning churches and all that, and there were murder and everything. Like
Yes.
bands who
Yeah.
were like, yeah, that was with the Anonymous, or who was this guy? And he had also like a YouTube series. He was like living off the grid in France, and he was the guy who did the murder. And he had also a very big knowledge about yeah, heat and stuff and all that. But he had this strange thing that he linked everything to placenta. Yeah, a
Yes.
crazy guy. But living off the grid in France, he had like 15 children.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
yeah.
That's crazy.
But yeah, yeah, yeah. So crazy
Yeah.
stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, I've heard of some of that because they have that book that, shows like the churches. Who is that guy? All the churches he had burned down, like before and after pictures. They actually have a book like that of that black
Yeah,
metal.
was that not anonymous or something called? And yeah, I don't know. I have to find it out. But there
Yeah,
was something in the 90s because I was really into death metal when I was like from 12 years to 16 years, I was singer of such a band and all that. But when I was
Yeah.
like 15 or 16, and black metal, I really was thinking, okay, this is really strange, this is bizarre stuff.
Yeah.
But it was really a public for them.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
It's
Absolutely.
strange. I
No,
find
it's true. And there'd be so many people interested in that because especially going, like you said, back to the history and the now. So people who enjoy that now and might not even know the history. And like the movies, and because they just made a movie about that too. But I didn't see it. But because I only remember it was a biography of the guy who murdered somebody that you were talking about.
Yeah, but it is interesting though, and to view such things maybe from a different angle, and also because like in Norway it's very popular, but Norway like with all those forests and all that.
Oh yeah.
There are so many things, but like if you can interview someone like, hey, it's called Jürgen, the singer of Ancient Rites. You have a great interview. All those black metal people will be viewing, and we don't have to talk about black metal, but we talk about his cartoons. And I know he's a real heathen as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So we can ask, and that's interesting that all his fans can hear it from a different angle. Maybe stuff he does not talk elsewhere, because you will always been asked the same questions, and I want to find out who's the person behind.
Yeah. That's
interesting.
Oh yeah.
And all the rest flows organically.
Yeah, especially the pyramids, you can go in the matches with the symbolry of what we're talking about and what everything with Egyptian stuff. Yeah. Well, the connections.
In the end, we can have whoever in our seat and just ask him about, okay, what do you think about symbols, or what? Everything goes, and we can lead it.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah. I like that too. And it's a different thing. Because that's what we're mostly doing. Something different, the different side of it, the other side of someone, the layered side of them. Yeah.
Yeah. Afterwards, it may be much more interesting to have whoever in our chair and pull them through our lens and ask them about, okay, have you ever encountered something, or how do you think about spirituality? Do you believe? Maybe you don't believe, that's crap. Okay, well, what do you believe? Science. And we talk about that, and then right on or left around, we somehow always come to the essence. And that's also interesting for us.
Oh yeah, especially from people who take it in a different angle or really stoutly believe in one, like magic or however.
Yeah, no, and there's so many visions and so many. Everything goes in the end. Everything goes.
There's so many fascinating people, that have a great story that just need to get it out there. Everybody.
I always take my hat off for anyone who's authentic. That does not mean that it has a good feeling on me, or that, but everyone who's authentic, I'm attracted to in somehow in regards of taking my hat off. It's a plus for me. On that.